Hello friends, today we discuss leprosy in detail. This is an infectious disease. It is one of the important topics in the second MBBS as it is asked as a short note. There are various MCQs in the leprosy which are asked as a one marker. We have a slide of leprosy and this slide is asked in the Viva voice exam. So leprosy is one of the important topic in the second MBBS. It is also important as an infectious disease as this is the first infectious disease to be diagnosed. The lepra bacilli, they are first bacilli diagnosed under the microscope in 1874 by the physician Hansen, which are responsible for the leprosy. From his name, the leprosy is termed as Hansen's disease. Leprosy is a chronic disease which is caused by the Mycobacterium lepra. Mycobacterium lepra are the acid-fast obligatory intracellular organism. The acid fastness is due to the presence of mycolic acid in their cell wall. The difference between the Mycobacterium leprae and Mycobacterium tuberculosis is Mycobacterium lepra are decolorized with the 5% sulfuric acid, while Mycobacterium tuberculosis they are decolorized with the 20% sulfuric acid. So, lepra are less acid fast compared to tubercular bacilli. The bacilli have affinity for the peripheral nerves and so the bacilli invade dermal, that is cutaneous nerves, peripheral nerve trunks, particularly ulnar and peroneal nerves are involved. The bacilli invade relatively cooler surface of the body, that is face and limb. Do you know what is the mode of transmission in case of leprosy? Leprosy is usually transmitted by the inhalation. This is one of the most important or most common mode of transmission of lepra bacilli, that bacilli transmitted due to the droplet infection. The bacilli is also transmitted by direct contact, that is skin to skin contact with the infectious cases. The bacilli they are also transmitted by the contact with the soil or fomites. There is a minor route of transmission is insect vector, that is mosquito and bedbugs, also by the tattooing of the needles. This is least common mode of transmission which is responsible for less than 1% of the cases. The contact is the most important mode and so the bacilli is also transmitted from one person to another person by contact, by sharing clothes, utensils and other things. Do you know what is the pathogenesis in case of the leprosy? The onset is insidious. Lepra bacilli commonly affects nerves, that is peripheral nerves are commonly affected. Along with this, there is skin and eye is also common site. Mucosa, particularly nasal mucosa, oropharyngeal, that is oral cavity, nasopharyngeal mucosa are also involved. Organs like testes, kidney. Also involved voluntary and smooth muscles, reticuloendothelial systems and vascular endothelium. Bacilli enter in the body through the respiratory system. After entering to the body, bacilli reaches up to the alveolar macrophages and it start multiplying in the macrophages. Later on, bacilli also migrate towards neural tissue and particularly the Schwann cells of the nerves are involved. The only bacilli which invade neural tissue is Mycobacterium leprae. Once bacilli enter in the macrophages or neural tissue, the bacilli start multiplying. As it takes too long time, that is 12 to 14 days for the multiplication, after multiplication, the bacilli liberated by destroying the cell and enter in the unaffected tissue. Due to the involvement of the various cells, there is a large number of the bacillary load occurs which responsible for the immunological system involvement. The clinical manifestations of leprosy occurs after a large immunological breakdown occur. The cell-mediated immunity is most important in case of the leprosy. If person have a effective cell-mediated immunity, the person is able to eliminate bacteria or control the bacteria and ultimately lead to the paucibacillary type of the leprosy, that is tuberculoid type of the leprosy. If person have a deficient cell-mediated immunity, the disease spread uncontrolled and it produces multibacillary type of the leprosy with multiple system involvement. So depending upon the cell-mediated immunity, person develop tuberculoid leprosy or lepromatous leprosy. Tuberculoid leprosy is also known as paucibacillary type of the leprosy, while lepromatous leprosy is also known as multibacillary type of the leprosy. The important cells of the immune system, that is lymphocytes and macrophages, they are affected in case of the leprosy. Do you know what are the clinical features in case of the leprosy? The clinical features include skin lesions. It may be symmetrical or asymmetrical. Skin patch. The symmetrical involvement is seen in case of the lepromatous leprosy, while asymmetrical involvement is seen in case of the tuberculoid leprosy. Skin patches also lead to the formation of the papular and nodular lesions. Later on, these lesions they coalesce and lead to the formation of the leonine facies. Leonine facies is involvement of the malar surface, and it is typical of lepromatous type of the leprosy. Along with the skin lesion, there is anesthetic patch. This anesthetic patch is more marked in case of the tuberculoid leprosy, as nerve involvement is common in case of the tuberculoid type of the leprosy. The peripheral nerves are thickened in case of the leprosy, particularly ulnar and peroneal nerves are involved. From the skin smears, we can detect acid-fast bacilli. The acid-fastness of the mycobacteria are due to the presence of mycolic acid in their cell wall, and so they resist to decolorize by the sulfuric acid, which is 5% in case of the lepra bacilli, while 20% in case of the tuberculoid bacilli. So, Mycobacterium leprae is less acid-fast compared to the tuberculoid leprosy. The stain which we perform on the tissue section to detect lepra bacilli is used 5% sulfuric acid, and it is known as FF stain, that is Fite-Farragut stain. Immunology in case of the leprosy. The most important immunological findings, they are T-cell mediated immunity, that is T-cell mediated delayed type of the hypersensitivity, type 4 reaction. The type 4 reaction or cell mediated immunity is more marked in case of the tuberculoid leprosy. It is well developed in case of the tuberculoid leprosy. So, the person's immunity is able to control lepra bacilli. So, this type of the leprosy is paucibacillary type of the leprosy. While T-cell mediated delayed type of hypersensitivity is less marked in case of the lepromatous type of the leprosy, and so there is a proliferation of the lepra bacilli in large number, which lead to the multibacillary type of the leprosy. The peculiar aspect of the immunology of leprosy include the most important are as follows. They are genotype of the host as genotype identified MHC class or HLA type, and it determines which antigen of the leprosy will react with host immune cell. So, different hosts are able to respond differently in the leprosy. The other important is T cell response. There are two types of the T cell identified or variation in the T cell response. They are CD4 T cell and CD8 T cell. The CD4 T cells are of both type like helper T cell and suppressor T cell. And two subpopulation of the CD4 T cell, that is Th1 and Th2 identified, which elaborate different type of the cytokines and respond differently to lepra bacilli. In tuberculoid leprosy, T helper 1 type of the response is identified, which lead to the secretion of the IL-1 and interferon gamma, which are responsible for the granuloma formation. While T helper 2 type of the response is identified, as well as CD8 T cell response is identified in lepromatous type of the leprosy. Here, the T cell as well as macrophages, they fail to destroy the bacilli, and ultimately the number of bacilli is high in case of the lepromatous type of the leprosy. The third important thing is antigen of the lepra bacilli. The leprosy bacilli, surface of the bacilli identified two important antigen, that is phenolic glycolipid, M. lepra specific phenolic glycolipid PGL1 and lipoarabinomannan LAM. These antigen of the bacilli determine the immune reaction on the host lymphocytes and macrophages. The unique feature of the lepra bacilli is invasion of the peripheral nerve. The only bacilli which invade the peripheral nerves, they are lepra bacilli. This occurs due to the binding of the trisaccharide of the Mycobacterium leprae to the basal lamina of the Schwann cell. The last but not least is the humoral response. There are three types of the antibody identified in case of the lepra bacilli. They are IgG, IgA and IgM. Based upon this unique immunological features, the leprosy is divided in various types. Initially, Ridley and Joplin gave classification, and they gave two important forms of the leprosy, that is lepromatous type of the leprosy and tuberculoid type of the leprosy. The lepromatous type of the leprosy have resistance is low, while tuberculoid type of the leprosy, the person have a high resistance. Later on, the Ridley and Joplin classification is modified, and now we follow modified Ridley-Joplin classification depending upon the clinical, immunological and histological findings. The leprosy is divided in the 5 different types. Tuberculoid and lepromatous leprosy, they are polar end of the leprosy. When person's immunity is high level of the resistance identified, and at that time tuberculoid type of the leprosy occurs. If person's immunity is low resistance towards tuberculous bacilli, towards lepromatous bacilli is identified, person's immunity is low and lepromatous type of the leprosy is identified. In between these two polar type of the leprosy, there are borderline leprosy, that is borderline tuberculoid, mid borderline, that is dimorphic, and borderline lepromatous leprosy depending upon the person's immune system. The type of the leprosy which is not identified in the modified Ridley-Joplin classification, they are variants of the leprosy. There are different variants of the leprosy like indeterminate leprosy, pure neural leprosy and histoid leprosy. Indeterminate leprosy is the non-specific stage of any type of the leprosy in which skin lesions are only finding but neural involvement is not there. We identified lepra bacilli in the spatial staining. Pure neural type of the leprosy. The typical skin lesions or cardinal features of the leprosy, skin lesion is absent, but instead neurological involvement is there. Here we identified lepra bacilli in the nerve trunk with the help of the spatial stain. So diagnosis is confirmed. Histoid leprosy is the variant of the leprosy which is described by the VAD in 1963. Actually, it is a variant of the lepromatous leprosy. The person's immunity is not there and bacillary load is too high. Here, the skin lesion resembles nodules of the dermatofibroma. The lesions are highly positive for the lepra bacilli. There are different types of the reactions identified in the leprosy based upon the shift of the immune system. The leprosy, two types of the reactions can be identified. Type 1 is the reversal reaction and type 2 is erythema nodosum leprosum. Reversal reaction, usually the polar group do not show any change in the clinical or histological picture. But borderline groups, they are constantly changing from one to another depending upon person's immune system and viral load. This is unstable and constantly moved in either direction. It shows upgrading or downgrading reaction. The upgrading reaction, actually the person have increased cell mediated immunity either due to the drugs or some that is treatment or some other reason. If the person's immunity is increased, the person of the borderline lepromatous type of the leprosy that upgrade and shift towards tubercular type of the leprosy. The downgrading reaction, lowering cellular immunity, and it is seen in case of the borderline tuberculoid leprosy which downgrade or shift towards lepromatous type of the leprosy. These are the reversal reactions, either upgrade or downgrade. Type 2 is erythema nodosum leprosum, that is ENL. Actually, it occurs in the lepromatous patient after treatment. It is characterized by the tender cutaneous nodules. Along with this, there is a fever, iridocyclitis, synovitis, and lymph node involvement. What is a histopathology in case of the leprosy? For histopathological evaluation, 5 general features which must be looked. They are type of the granuloma, number of the lymphocytes either present or absent, nerve involvement, bacterial load, and relation of granuloma with epidermis and adnexia. Lepromatous leprosy, which shows presence of the proliferated macrophages with the foamy cells or foamy change, that is particularly seen in the dermis, around the blood vessels and dermal adnexia. The foamy macrophages, they are known as lepra cells or Virchow cells. These lepra cells, they are heavily laden with the lepra bacilli. If we perform Fite-Farraco stain, FF stain, we identified large number of the bacilli in the lepra cell or foamy cells. These bacilli, they are arranged in the parallel fashion like cigarette pack or in the form of the globi. The dermal infiltrate, particularly around the dermal adnexia and dermal blood vessels. But there is a uninvolved or separated from the overlying epidermis by the clear zone in case of the lepromatous type of the leprosy. Means the dermal infiltrate of the formed cells do not reaches up to the epidermis and there is subepidermal clear zone. The overlying epidermis is thinned out with retiridges are lost. Tuberculoid type of the leprosy show presence of the granulomatous lesion in the dermis. These granuloma, they are hard type of the granuloma, means absence of the caseous type of the necrosis. It composed of epithelioid cells, Langerhans type of the giant cells and surrounded by the mantle of the lymphocytes. This granuloma is seen particularly around the peripheral nerve trunk. It may be seen around the dermal adnexia. The lesion of the tuberculoid leprosy, that granuloma, reaches up to the basal layer of the epidermis, that is lamina, basal lamina. It may destruct the basal lamina, means there is no clear zone in case of the tuberculoid leprosy. In case of the tuberculoid leprosy, if we perform FF stain, we identified very few lepra bacilli and they are seen destroyed in the peripheral nerve trunk. In between these two, there is a borderline type of the leprosy. The borderline tuberculoid leprosy show large number of the epithelioid cells and lymphocytes. There is a narrow clear subepidermal zone is seen. Lepra bacilli is scanned and found in the nerves. Borderline lepromatous type of the leprosy show predominance of the histiocytes with few epithelioid cells and some irregularly dispersed lymphocytes. If we perform FF stain, we identified numerous lepra bacilli. Mid-borderline or dimorphic form of the leprosy shows seeds of the epithelioid cells but no giant cells. Some lymphocytes are seen in the perineurium. Lepra bacilli are present and mostly in the nerve trunk. There are different variants and they show different features, like indeterminate type of the leprosy show lymphocytic or mononuclear cell infiltrate, particularly around the dermal adnexial structures and around the blood vessels. Nerve involvement, if present, that strongly support the diagnosis and confirmation by identifying lepra bacilli with the help of the FF stain. Pure neural type of the leprosy histologically show presence of the lepra bacilli in the nerve trunk. They may be FF positive or FF negative. Histoid leprosy. It shows whorls or fascicles of the spindle cell in the upper dermis after clear subepidermal space. But on the close scrutiny, these fascicles show presence of the Formy cells or cells with the Formy cytoplasm. The cytoplasm of this cell is heavily laden with the lepra bacilli. If we perform FF stain, the bacillary index is 5 or 6 in case of the histoid leprosy. The reactional leprosy. Actually, there are two types of the reactional leprosy. One is a reversal reaction, that is either upgrading or downgrading reaction. The upgrading reaction show increased number of the lymphocytes, edema of the lesion and necrosis in the center. Downgrading reaction show dispersed or spread of the granuloma with increased number of the lepra bacilli. These reactions are identified by checking the previous slide with the present slide. So this is a comparable with the this is possible by comparing the two smears, previous and present smear. The type 2 reaction, that is ENL, show presence of the infiltration of the neutrophils as well as eosinophils, that is inflammatory cells, and prominent vasculitis. The inflammation often extends deep into the subcutaneous fat and it causes paniculitis. The bacillary load is increased in case of the ENL. How will you diagnose a case of the leprosy? The diagnosis is done by the clinical features, by finding the signs of the leprosy, that is anesthesia of the skin lesion, the peripheral nerve thickening and tenderness. This diagnosis, clinical diagnosis, it also shows symmetrical lesion involvement in case of the tuberculoid leprosy, while symmetrical in case of the lepromatous leprosy, while asymmetrical in case of the tuberculoid leprosy. Along with this, the number of the skin lesion is also important. Like in case of the tuberculoid leprosy, the number of the lesion is less. It may be single as it is a paucibacillary type of the leprosy. While in case of the lepromatous type of the leprosy, the lesion is usually more in number, that is 5 or more lesions are identified in case of the multibacillary leprosy. If there are 2 to 5 skin lesions, it is identified as a paucibacillary type of that is borderline category lesion. After one of the important thing is autoamputation, that is identified in case of the leprosy. As the person's nervous involvement is there, anesthesia effect is there. So person have a repeated trauma at the distal surface and it ultimately lead to the autoamputation. So autoamputation is more marked in case of the tuberculoid type of the leprosy. After clinical examination, we have to perform smear examination, and smear is done to check presence of the leprabacilli. The leprabacilli are acid-fast bacilli which are present in the parallel fashion or in the globi. Even we can check sensations. The sensation loss is more marked in case of the tuberculoid leprosy, while less marked in case of the lepromatous type of the leprosy. And last is look for the damage to the nerves. The peripheral nerves are thickened and palpable in case of the tuberculoid leprosy, while they are less marked in case of the lepromatous type of the leprosy. We have leprosy control program under our 5-year plan, and so we have to follow the leprosy control strategy. The control can be done by the early contact tracing, survey of high risk groups and mass survey. Leprosy is one of the notifiable disease and it must be notified under the Ministry of Health. Chemotherapy is given. Usually multi-drug therapy is given once the leprosy is identified, and that person must be under follow-up. Person should be examined every 3 yearly for upgrading or downgrading reaction. Depending upon the leprosy, various packs, lepra packs is given. The other measures like improve the living condition, health education and rehabilitation of the patient who have severe damage to their limbs or nerves. Improving these measures also help to control or to prevent the leprosy. There are 2 types of the prevention programs. One is primary prevention and second is secondary prevention. Primary prevention is performed by improving the socio-economical condition and avoiding close contact with the leprosy person. The secondary prevention should be carried out by the early diagnosis and treatment. Mother Teresa is the person who worked hard for the leprosy patients.